And the fun continues. Day 3, Quilt Market, Kansas City, and another guest that I was walking through the booth, and her salesman said, hey, you got to do this really fun interview. I found out that Stephanie even has a YouTube channel. I bet she's a pro. Please introduce yourself. Tell me what you're all about.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Stebbing, and I own Quilt Addicts Anonymous. It started as a blog. I probably would not have chose that long and difficult to spell to name. If I would have known it would have become a store and a YouTube channel. We just passed about 35,000 subscribers, and we also do weekly video tutorials that focus around my patterns, techniques, and we've got a stash club that people really love.
And it was Quilt Addicts Anonymous?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's such a great name. Okay, so you said you covered subscribers on YouTube?
Yeah, we just passed that last week, so it's very exciting.
I know how awesome that feels. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I remember with man sewing, it always counts. Everyone counts, and so now I'm at 5,000, and so it's fun to celebrate with you. You're 35,000. That is so amazing.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing it for?
We've had the channel forever, but about a year ago is when we started doing we started seeing significant growth.
Yeah, I'm actually helps me with that because folks will understand that driving traffic into quilt shops. It's about talking about design, still doing lots of full tutorials, but know each other as the community of quilting. So we have a shop as well as a brick and mortar, you said?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I've got the microphone.
Yes, we have the online store. Actually, the majority of our business is from there because we specialize in modern and contemporary quilting fabrics, and that sometimes is hard to find at your local shop. And while we've got that, we're in more of a traditional community, so our bread and butter is definitely from our online customers who love us and love our videos. Fantastic.
Do you have a classroom at your brick and mortar?
We do, and we have classes every Wednesday and Saturday, but most really love our classes. That one, we take them straight through from start to finish on making a quilt, and we did a digital version of that people can watch for free online as well.
Oh, and are you the educator in that?
I am. I also work with Josie, local quilter. She has a mohawk.
She looks more like me.
Mohawk tattooed sleeve. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that is wonderful. And folks react. You know what I find is in such a creative environment, folks don't really care as much what we look like. I think I cared more what I thought folks thought I looked like. You know?
I really like that when you come into our quilt shop, you are not going to see what's considered the typical quilter. And we love the typical quilter, but we also love that the industry is expanding beyond that to include people in their 20s and 30s and who don't look like they're a grandma and, oh, my grandma makes quilts. Well, yeah, she does. She can make some pretty rad quilts.
Yeah, I remember, so my son, he's turning 16 in just a few days, but when I was doing my sewing machine business, we went to visit at a home, and I remember as we were getting out of the car, I said, now Grace will want to show us some of her newest quilts. Delivering her sewing machine. She wasn't able to drive anymore. So she was in her early 90s, I believe. So, you just kind of assume you're going to see 90-year-old style quilts, right? Most wild, free piece, color combination, like the brightest. My son walked out because I said, remember, we're going to be polite. Whatever she shows us, we'll make some sort of nice comment, And he walked out and he's like, wow, Dad, that was a really, really cool quilt. And so he was really impressed because quilting knows no boundaries, right?
No, definitely not. And, you'll have people come in who you think look like they're traditional, and they're very not. They very much appreciate the crazy, wild prints that we bring in, or just want to work with solids. And it really is exciting and to sort of open your bounds of what quilting is and what it's becoming.
So you personally, do you have a favorite style of quilts you like to make?
A lot of what I've been doing lately are fat quarter friendly patterns because we have a stash club where we send out a bundle of fat quarters every month. So just the pressure, obviously I've got to create a pattern to go with that every month. So that is my majority of what I do.
And building pre-cut patterns is not as easy as using patterns built for pre-cuts.
No, definitely not. Like I'll think of, for example, the last one we did looked kind of like a garden trellis. And so I was thinking, well, how big does this block need to be so that I can adequately use as much fabric as I can when I'm cutting the pre-cut, because people hate to have a ton of fabric left over. So everything was built on how can I best use this, not just as a pre-cut, but evenly across light, medium, and dark colorways, and get that math right. And I used to joke that I was an English major for a reason, so I can't believe I do all this math now.
Yeah, my handwriting is atrocious, and that's why I tell everybody I learned how to quilt. So, but great answer. I really appreciate that. All right, are you ready for the mystery box of questions?
Mystery box.
Okay, so you may choose any one of the red cards out of here. They're supposed to be standing upright. They don't any longer.
Oh, well, that's okay. There's been a few, it sounds like.
It's been a few.
All right, are you going to ask me, or am I going to?
No, you're going to read it and ask. Remember, because I am not the English major either. That's why I do.
I feel like this is like the Wired most Googled question or something. You don't know what it's going to be. Okay.
Right, it's nerve-wracking.
What would constitute a perfect day for you? Perfect is in air quotes. Well, I have a 5-year-old who I don't get to spend as much time with as I would like because I'm on the road a lot and I'm obviously working a lot. So the perfect day for me would be her and I getting to do some crafty things together. She really loves to, obviously she's grown up in a quilt shop, so she loves color, she loves creating.
That's the question I'm going to ask. What does she do? What does she do?
Well, anything. Yesterday she was asking my husband if we had any glue because I'm assuming she was putting together some sort of comic book. But she likes to sew with me. She has her own pair of unicorn embroidery scissors that are rainbow, and we'll sew together, and then it's her job to cut the threads. We're chain piecing, and we're working on a magical creatures quilt. And we're just doing 4 patches with charm packs, but it's something really fun and cool that she can get into. And we can talk about separating the colors, and she knows colors that most 5-year-olds do not, because growing up surrounded by fabric and rainbow.
Right. Well, thank you for creating a great environment where us tattooed and or dyed-haired, half-shaved, whatever we're doing, and us little old ladies alike can come out and hang out. Stephanie, take a moment, plug all of your shop and your YouTube again one more time for us, please.
All right, so it is Quilt Addicts Anonymous, and that is ANONYMOUS. I know it's hard to spell. And addicts, like I'm addicted. And you can find us on YouTube, Anonymous. We release tutorials at least once a week. We try for Mondays. Sometimes we get a little later than that. But we do free video tutorials every week. We have a stash club that you can join called Stashing with Stephanie. And the website, the blog, and all the tutorials is quiltaddictsanonymous.com. And then the shopping site, which has hundreds and pre-cut, thousands of products now of just modern contemporary fabrics, is shop.quiltaddictsanonymous.com.
Wow.
Thank you
well
for
done.
featuring me.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
I know your salesman's waiting for you. Here you go, Mark, and we'll send her over to Mark.